Okay, hello and welcome to my makeup case. The cat has just abandoned us, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use this to show you some examples of hems that we can do, some very nice and easy ones. And I've got two types of fabrics today. We're mostly going to be working with this cotton, and we've also got this stretch fabric because I needed an example of very clear outside fabric, which is the right side of the fabric. I'll be referring to it as the right side, and the wrong side of the fabric, the inside of the fabric, the bit that we don't want to see. Whereas my cotton, it doesn't do that. So this is just nicer to stitch with, okay? Just for example purposes. Yeah. Voila, fresh fabric. The most bare basic hem you can do, honestly. As simple as it is. Fold it once, fold it twice, and then sew down the edge. That is it. That is it. That is a very simple hem. It traps the edge of the fabric on the inside so that it can't fray further. It will hold your garment together. It is nice and simple. You can then press it down and it's very easy. So once again, we'll do this on the right/wrong side of the fabric. We're going to flip that over. So we want to fold it once. We want to basically fold it away from sight. We're hiding these things. This one will not hold down its sides together very well, so it's not going to hold the same as the cotton. But yeah, that's all we really want to do with a double folded hem. You're just folding it over twice, and then you sew down the line. So it's nice and clean, nice edges. We love that. Not so much on a stretch fabric, but that's fine. We just need the example of the right and the wrong side. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, the next way to hem something, is actually by cheating, by pulling in this thing called bias tape. This is bias tape. Bias tape is fabric that is cut diagonally into big long strips, folded over twice, so it creates a sort of casing. What we're going to do with bias tape, and yes, you can make your own, we'll talk about that later, what you're going to do is you're going to put the exposed raw edges into the folded pieces and then sew as close to the edge as possible, or at least sew them together. But that is a really easy way to do it, especially if, say, you're on a time crunch, you want a little pop of color on the edge of your garment, you need a casing, you really cannot be, you don't have the spare fabric to fold over twice and keep that length. Anything is possible with bias tape, to be completely honest. You just need to make sure that you get enough of the fabric on the inside of the tape so that it will hold it and secure it together. Okay, this next one is for the slightly lazy again, but also slightly forgetful bitches like myself. Say you've got a piece of garment that has a top layer and a lining layer, or you've used two pieces of cotton fabric to prevent see-throughness and, you know, showing your bra and stuff like that. Whatever reason you're using two of either the two fabrics together, and you've already sewn your seams and you've already started adding things to it, and you've gone, oops, I've forgotten to hem it, because you are going to need pins along the way, and it is going to take a little bit of time to get it right. What you're going to do is actually fold both of those hems in on themselves. And yes, this is one that I've already folded, so it's got a bit of a weave memory, shall we say. We're going to fold them in on themselves, and we're going to pin that down for today's example. I'm just pinning it really close to the edge because that is going to be our example of where we stitch. And then it goes all the way around the garment. I don't recommend you try and fold this all in one and then pin it. I recommend pinning as you go and then taking the pins out as you stitch. But yes, that creates an enclosed piece. Your exposed fabric is on the inside, and it is still lightweight enough that it feels comfortable. It's much more comfortable, I've noticed. So that is exactly what I've done here. Both sides have been folded in on themselves and then enclosed. But I had to do that because I already started sewing things to it and I really couldn't be bothered. And again, I didn't want to double fold it and get that 6 layers of fabric pressing against my skin.